Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm excited to share with you a new collection by Spellbinders Cuckoo Cottage. This is absolutely adorable. It consists of the base set and then there are fun add-ons to customize the cottage. I have two of them. This is called Halloween TikTok. And I have already made a card with this one. Isn't that adorable? I chose to work with this beautiful set, Chiming Christmas. And this is the cuckoo clock that I've made with this add-on set. So of course, when you use the add-on sets, you are going to be combining it with the base set, basically the cuckoo clock components. An adorable collection, and there is also another add-on called Harvest Time, which of course is fall oriented. And let's get started. I'm going to begin by creating the cuckoo clock. I have cut the base of the cuckoo clock house out of cream colored cardstock using this die. I've cut the frame out of blush Colorwheel cardstock, and I have retained two of the die cuts for these two areas because the face of the clock will be sitting on there. So the first thing that I'm going to do is those die cuts back in place, and then I'll use Scotch tape to hold them. And I've chosen to do it this way because if I were to adhere the frame, I would have to make sure that it is perfectly square in its placement on this background. And if it isn't, then these little insets won't perfectly align. And because the frame is quite thin, the chances of that happening are fairly high. So when this frame sits on the backing piece, there is going to be an outline. So we'll try to make sure that is uniform around the frame. Okay, so I am going to put adhesive everywhere. So as I apply the adhesive, I'm not using very much pressure on the bottle, and I'm just dragging it. Don't want too much adhesive, but you certainly want the frame to be fully adhered to the background. Okay, that looks good. Now I'll just get adhesive on this part. And I'm just starting at the top and I'm just eyeballing it just to try to get the border all the way around the frame even. There we go. This is matte gold cardstock that is found in the Gold Treasured Cardstock Collection. Put that in place. And now I'll start assembling some of the elements. I love this soft blush pink with the gold. And I really love using matte gold cardstock. That is my favorite. And I'll just line this up right to the line of that bottom ring on the chain and press that into place. So this comes with a couple of little figures. They're so cute. I'm going to start working with the woman and put her dress on first. There's etched outline. Line up her apron too. And I think these are called dusters. Not sure when these were worn, but a long time ago. This is the The man will put his shirt on first, which is out of the blush cardstock as well. And then his overalls, which has been cut from fawn cardstock, a really pretty light taupey brown. And then there is a die to put some hair on him, but I'm just going to use the hat and sit it a little bit lower on his head. And there's our man put together. I am going to include 3 windows. So we'll start with this one. This is intended to sit right at the top of the clock for the cuckoo to come out of. And I am going to place this black arch on it. Then right at the bottom is this blush pink trim. And here is the cuckoo. So the cuckoo actually comes with another die cut so that you can put it behind. His beak will be colored black if you choose black as the background, which I did, but I don't need it because this cuckoo is going to be sitting on this black arch. That window put together. Then there are these 2 little side doors, and I have cut them again out of the gold matte cardstock. And then there is a black arch that I've cut that I'm going to put in behind so that little doorknobs stand out. And then, like the window that we worked on, there's this little detail. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and I'll go back to the cuckoo cottage to finish assembling it. So there's this little ledge that I'm going to adhere first. I'll have it slightly overlap the bottom of the cottage, and it will need to be centered so that the overhang is the same on both sides. And then there's this decorative element that will sit right at the bottom. And the edges of this are a little bit easier to line up because they'll line up with the sides of the cuckoo clock. So I'll line it up first on this side, and then the other side will be lined up. Now to put the clock together. So before I adhere the clock, I'm first going to assemble it. Clock is again out of the blush cardstock, and then that pretty matte gold detail in the center of the clock. And then it will be topped up with another detail of blush. What time shall we make it? How about 3 o'clock? And then after the hands are on, then it's just finished up with this little detail. And there's the clock. So the clock will sit right on that area that we inlaid, and I am going to pop it up with foam squares. out of large foam squares, so I will be making do with small ones, is the way it goes sometimes. We'll get the 12 on the clock and the 6 centered. And a good reference point is this middle portion of the grill that is by the 6. And there we go. Cuckoo is going to sit right on top. And then there is this couple of trim pieces that we'll add to either side of the clock. And then these little windows will sit there. Well, maybe we'll put those right out on the ledge. Again, I'm going to use a couple of foam squares to attach. Adhere directly to that frame. And I'm going to pop these up as well. And I'm just using a combination of the grid on my work surface along with a piece of paper that is completely square to align the second door with the first one. So now this is going to sit on a blush background, and this has been embossed like the backgrounds for the other 2 cards with the Damask 3D embossing folder. It's just gorgeous. I'm going to place this near the top, and the first thing I'm going to do is to get these pieces adhered to the back of the clock. So I'm going to start with this one in the center, like so. And these ones will be on either side, and I'm going to have them at different lengths. I'll start off with the one that will hang the longest, and I'm doing the first couple in situ so that it isn't going to overhang the card base. This one is going to be at a shorter length. That is going to be popped up with foam. So I'm going to use foam tape for this. And I'll also add a couple of foam squares just to stabilize these. I'm just going to push these up first. Get my cuckoo clock on. There. We'll put these guys on, and they'll be adhered with foam squares as well. going to be adhering these to the metallic cardstock. I am going to use Tombow adhesive. It will be tacky when it's dry. Allow me to reposition it so I can try to get it on straight. And if I do have to move it, it will not leave any glue residue. So give that a few minutes to dry. Okay, our sentiment is dry, so I'm just going to kind of lay it out and see how I need to space it. This needs to come down a little bit. Good. That W just doesn't look. There we go. The other cards, I actually put the panel on the card base before I started building the cuckoo clock on it, but I don't know. Must have been distracted because it would have been easier to adhere it before the cuckoo clock was on it. Okay, so I'll just line that up to the crease and drop it in place. Cuckoo Cottage complete. So remembering that this is the base set and that there are add-ons, and the add-ons for Halloween TikTok can be used to accessorize this cottage, and the add-on called Chiming Christmas can be used to create a Christmas themed cuckoo clock. So there you are, friends. This is really a fun collection. I hope you check it out. I hope that you enjoyed this video. And as always, I appreciate your visit. And if you did enjoy this video, don't forget to like and subscribe.